Hey, this is Michelle, the motivator. Just want to talk to you a few minutes about fear. False evidence appearing real. Now, fear has caused many of us, fear actually causes us to become monuments instead of movements. And so, fear has caused many of us to fail. Fear has caused many of us to not try. Fear has caused many of us to lose momentum in ourselves. And because fear is a foundational, grounded amount of energy that impacts our lives, what I want to tell you today is once you conquer fear, you conquer all your issues. Remember the story about the three little pigs? One pig built on straw, one pig built on sticks, but one pig built on stones. When you're building on sticks and straw, that is fear. Fear causes your house to come down. And every time a wolf comes selling wolf tickets, talking about they'll huff and puff and blow your house down, telling you will never be nothing, impacting and inserting all of that mess in your mind, they just selling wolf tickets. Remember, when you build on the rock, when you build on stone, when you build on your faith, when you build on knowing, when you build on confidence, when you build on joy, when you build on a positive attitude, when you build on love, no devil in this universe, no demon, no wolf selling no wolf tickets can blow you down. Remember your foundation. And your foundation, I'm not talking about your house that you live in. I'm talking about this body that you carry around every day. Going through all kind of stuff, ready to give up, had enough, sick and tired of being sick and tired, is based on fear. See, you have one of these avenues. You either fearful of losing what you got, you either fearful of not having, or you either fearful of thinking that you can't be happy unless you have something. Most of your issues are based on one of those facts. And because you choose to build on something that's not even real, how can your house stand if you're building it on untruths, unrealness, when you come to the spiritual being of knowing that I am life. Remember, I am writes you a check that will always be cashed. If you begin to plant, there's something that goes on into your brain that you need to know about. There are neurons that go on in your brain, and there are thousands and thousands and millions of new neurons that are in your front lobe, which is a part of your front part of your brain. Those neurons are shaped like little oak trees. And if you go back into the Bible, the tree of life is shaped right up here in your head in millions and millions of neutrons. When those neutrons come together in a cluster, they bring about a chemical that is produced in your body that causes you to feel a certain way, causes you to have joy when ain't nothing happen, causes you to be able to get up and go in energy and do whatever you want to do, how you want to do it. And see, we have not been taught that as a God people, as a human being. We have not been taught that. We've been taught all of this off the wall stuff that keeps you connected to things that are not even real. And so we've got to get real, y'all. We've got to come to a point where we say, I'm sick and tired of failing. I'm sick and tired of being afraid. What do you have to be afraid when you have been created by the Creator to be created? So you just start creating. You don't have to be fearful of anything. You start creating a foundation for you that works. And maybe it doesn't work. Maybe your truth doesn't work or not somebody else's truth. Your truth may not be somebody else's truth, and their truth may not be yours. But you have to get in a position and find what works for you. You have to decide that I am not going to be fearful. I'm going to walk this thing. And many times when you come out of your comfort zone, that's when the fear adds up. Many times when you see a vision and you don't know how it's going to come about, that's when the fear rises up. Every time fear rises up, you become a monument. You immediately stop moving into your destiny. You immediately stop moving in your creative mode. You immediately stop moving from one place to another, from faith to faith, until glory to glory. See, every day that you get up, you can create your day, but you have to remove fear. False evidence, it appears to be real, but most of the time it's not. It's something that enters in your gate, either your eye gate, your ear gate, or you sense something. But let me tell you about those neurons. That's your third eye, your spiritual eye. Your spiritual eye never lies to you. Your spiritual eye is never deceitful. Your spiritual eye will show you trouble way off. I guess you say, well, how do I see trouble way off with a spiritual eye that doesn't have a physical visual? It's all in your head. It's a mind thing. It's a power thing. You don't always have to speak to know. You don't always have to hear to know, but you can sense some things in your spirit, because that's the way you were created. Your soul has your godly desires in it, and it has the power to be able to create, but it has to get the mind to connecting. Once the mind connects, then it makes a decision, then the body manifests. So you got to draw from your soul to get your mind to decide, and then your body will manifest that thing. It's a simple step that we have not been taught about, that we just need to use. Just one simple step. Just have you ever just sat and look directly into your eyes? I'm not talking about looking at your hair, your face, what you have on, your makeup, your hat, or whatever. But I'm talking about looking into the windows of your soul, your eyes, and just look and see who you be. This is how I say it. See who you be. Because once you get into your being, then you're coming to your knowing. And once you know a thing, nobody can unknow it. Once you experience the infinite wisdom and all of his joy and peace, once you experience that power, once you experience that connection, nobody can take that away from you. So we've got to remove fear. See, when fear makes you a monument, you're not going to move. Why? Because you're afraid to. And so when we remove that spirit of being afraid, God is not giving you a spirit of fear, but a power, love, and a sound mind. Remember, a double-minded man is unstable, or a double-minded woman is unstable in all their ways. So you've got to remove fear so that you can embrace power, love, and a sound mind. Yep, this is the Motivator. If you want to contact me through Twitter, you can contact me, the Motivator, at More the Rock, where I'm giving motivative moments every day as much as possible. As they come to me, then I place them on Facebook. I place them on Twitter. If you want to email me, it's moretherock@hotmail.com. If you want to reach me on Facebook, I have the Motivators Motivational Corner. And so I'll be back. Same channel, same space. I want you to keep coming. I want you to keep looking. This is life-changing information. I promise you, I'm not telling you something I heard. I'm telling you something I've experienced. I was homeless for almost a year with 2 children. No job, no car, no place to live. But now, because I removed the fear of not having. When I removed the fear of not having, I begin to have. When I remove fear from my life, now I have my own place. I have a job, and I have my own car. I don't owe anything on my car. And so I walked into my destiny, not because of by chance, it was by choice. I decided to get up out of everything that was holding me down. And the only way I could do that is release the fear factor. See, when you remove the fear factor from your life, you'll only move upward, you'll expand outward, and you'll move into a place where you can just be all that you should be. So, I'll be back I want you to tell somebody to listen to the Motivational Corner by the Motivator. I have the material to give you. It's not that I can teach you this, but you have to remember this. This was already impacted into you. And because you've been conditioned by the world, you lost your identity. You lost your memory. You have spiritual Alzheimer's. So I'm just here to help you remember that before you were in flesh, before you were in your mother's womb, God knew you. And in time, the word knew means to be intimate with. So God made an intimacy quest with you, and he impacted you and equipped you with everything you needed to be able to make it. And so now we're at a point that once we got in flesh and we start listening to everybody else and we start seeing all these kind of things, then we got into the same mode that everybody else was in, and we forgot. We lost our memory, our spiritual memory of what we are equipped with. So I'm just here to bring you back. When we talk about repenting, it's more than from sin. Repent means to return back. That means to remember what you're made of, what you're made out of. It's more than folks are telling you. It's more than, I'm a minister, and it's more than churches are telling you. It's more than ministers are telling you. But that's because you have to have a private time with God and let him give you the revelations that you need for your truth to be able to walk in this place and enjoy life. See, everybody on their way to heaven, but ain't nobody enjoying the trip. So what good is the trip? You know, this is when God, it says in the beginning God created the heaven and earth. He didn't create the heaven before the earth. He created them both at the same time. So this is just the downstairs of heaven. So if you're going to live life abundantly, why can't you live life here abundantly? And then when you go to the next life, when you transition out of this life into something greater, then you can go into something greater. But right now, we're supposed to be enjoying. People are not enjoying living. They're going through all kind of problems, situations, waiting for something to happen to change it when the change is in them. But they are too fearful to trust themselves to come out of that. Remember, you're a co-creator with God. And when you're a co-creator, when you're a creator, you create your solutions. You create. You're never in need. A creator is never in need, because if it wasn't before, when the creator comes, it becomes. So I'll talk to you next time. Come on, tell a neighbor, tell a friend. I need you to connect with me. I'm not asking for your money. I'm just asking for your time so that you can get to the place before your time is up. Get to the place of enjoying life. Living life stress-free. Living life like it's supposed to be. Well, I'll talk to you later. And until I talk to you, remember, fear is the foundation of every problem, situation that you're facing. When you sit down and remove fear, Job said, the thing I feared the most has come upon me. Stop letting your mind sell yourself wolf tickets. Don't let your mind huff and puff and blow your house down. Build on the rock. Talk to you later. This is Michelle, the Motivator.